What's going on, everybody? Spunky991 coming guys in a video. Come at you guys with my Eagles Bengals Week 8 preview. So, I was looking into the history of the Eagles and the Bengals, and I was quite surprised to learn that the Eagles have never beaten the Bengals in Cincinnati. That really surprised me. You know, you talk about the Eagles who's been around since the 1930s, and the Cincinnati Bengals organization who have been around since 1967. Now, this is a team the Eagles don't play very often. You know, the Bengals don't play them very often, but still, you know, in the 57-year history of the Cincinnati Bengals organization, the Eagles have beaten them, but they have all been in Philadelphia. And that, to me, that was absolutely shocking to learn, you know, that they've never beaten them in Cincinnati. You know, some of the most infamous moments in the history of the Eagles and Bengals playing each other was back in the McNabb era, you know, when the Eagles tied with the Bengals in overtime in the regular season game. And McNabb, you know, infamously came out, you know, he talked about how he was not aware that NFL regular season games can end in ties. You know, he was not aware of that. So, yeah, it was quite a surprising. It was very surprising to learn that the Eagles have never beaten them in Cincinnati. Will the Eagles do it this Sunday? That remains to be seen. If you've seen my my weekly picks, I picked the Bengals to win this game. Plain and simple. The Eagles, while they barely beat the Browns in week 6 at the bye week. They won very convincingly against the New York Giants. I can't put a ton of stock in those two wins. The Browns are not a good team. The Giants are not a good team. The Bengals have been struggling in their own right, but they have been playing better in recent weeks, and they have one of the better quarterbacks in the game at Joe Burrow. Deshaun Watson and Daniel Jones are not Joe Burrow. So, the Eagles' defense is going to have to bring their game today. They really got to bring their game because Joe Burrow is one of the, in my opinion, easily a top 5 quarterback in the game. So, I would go out the limb and say that Joe Burrow is the best quarterback the Eagles have seen so far this season. I would go that far to say. Because you look at Deshaun Watson, Daniel Jones, Jordan Love is definitely up there in my opinion. He's a very good quarterback. Who else have we seen so far? Derek Carr, and Baker Mayfield. Joe Burrow, out of all those quarterbacks I just named, in my opinion, is the best quarterback so far in the season that we've seen. And like I said, you know, Joe Cool, you know, you can never sleep on this guy. You know, he is definitely a guy that tends to get it going late in the season. And with that being said, I'm picking the Bengals to win this by a close margin. I think the Bengals will win it 27-24. Now, I'm crossing my fingers that we're on the other end, that we get the win. But I have to see how this team looks on the field. You know, beating the Browns, beating the Giants, yeah, those are teams you're supposed to beat. And blowing out the Giants, I was not expecting that. But I can't put a ton of stock in beating either one of those teams. So, definitely can't put no stock in that Browns game because if that was somebody like Joe Burrow, the Eagles would have lost that game. You know, that was if the Browns had a quarterback like Joe Burrow, the Eagles would have lost that game. But Deshaun Watson, it just appears at this point in his career, he's just not the same guy anymore. And I don't, you know, he's now out for the season, of course. I just can't put much stock in that. Now, going into this game here, I already mentioned Joe Burrow. In my opinion, one of the better quarterbacks in the league, you know, and it's definitely going to be a big challenge for this defense to defend against him. But we're also going up against the arguably the best wide receiver duo in the league. I will put our guys, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith up there as well. But Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are a dynamic duo, and our secondary is going to have their hands full making sure that these guys are not, you know, they're not taking over the game, because you let Joe Burrow find these guys downfield, then it's going to be a long day for you. So, secondary's got to bring their A game. They got to bring their A game. We got to take away the running game from the Bengals. We got to make them a one-dimensional offense. And just like you guys were getting to Deshaun Watson in Week 6, just like you guys were absolutely made life miserable for Daniel Jones last week. You got to make sure we got to make sure that we're not letting Joe Burrow get comfortable in that pocket and just pick us apart in the passing game. Because I'm telling you right now, you let Joe Burrow get comfortable in that passing game, it's gonna be a long day for your team, your defense, but your team in general. So, yeah, I'm picking the Bengals to win this game. I do believe the Eagles can win it, but they're gonna have to play a complete game. Offense, special teams, defense, everybody gotta do their job. Offensively, we cannot have the type of game we had against the Giants where we were allowing 5+ sacks on Jalen Hurts. We cannot allow that. 5 sacks in the first half alone. We cannot allow that. We have got to make sure that we are, we're protecting Jalen Hurts. We got to get the running game going early with Saquon Barkley, who had a big week against his former team last week, 177 yards rushing. Get Barkley going early, because I do believe we can run on this defense. Get Barkley going early, and that will open up things. That will open up things in the passing game to Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, those guys. It will open up things for them. One of the big guys on that D-line of the Cincinnati Bengals, Lawrence Guy is somebody that we have got to make sure that he cannot be disruptive in this game. Miles Murphy we can't allow him to be disruptive at either as well. So yeah, I do believe in the Eagles. I do believe the Eagles definitely can win this game. But it's gonna take a team effort. It's gonna take a complete team effort. Offense, special teams, defense. Everybody has to do their job. It starts with the big men up front, the trenches. O-line's got to get the running. They got to open up the running lanes for Barkley and Kenneth Gainwell as well. And that will open up things in the passing game. You got, of course, Dallas Goedert at tight end. And, of course, you have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson. Get those guys going in this game. I'm picking the Bengals to win this game. But I do believe in the Eagles that we can win this game. It's just going to take a team effort. So my score prediction again is 27-24 Bengals. Prove me wrong on the field, boys. Prove me wrong on the field, Eagles. I still gotta see more before I'm fully convinced that this team is that they are a contender. Put it that way. Because I'm still not convinced. I'm not letting I'm not going for fool's gold. I'm not buying based off beating the Browns and the Giants that this team is on the right track. I'm just not. No. But you guys can prove. You guys can get me on that. Get me on to believing. If you put together a string of winning here, and you're playing consistent football throughout the game. Get the slow starts on offense. Not scoring points in the first quarter. It's got to stop. We have got to set the tone early in the game. By marching down that field early, scoring a touchdown, and keeping the pressure on Burrow and the Bengals offense to keep up. Doing that against bad teams, yeah, you can get away with that. But against really good teams that have the tendency to score early and often, the slow starts will bite you in the butt. So, yeah, Joe Burrow is definitely my biggest concern in this game. Obviously, those two weapons are Jamar Chase and T. Higgins that he has at wide receiver. Defense, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean in the secondary, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the secondary general. Those guys got their hands full. We'll see if they rise to the occasion this game, because they're going to have to in order to beat this team. So there you have it. Quick video here. Not going to do a lot because this video is coming up late anyway. I meant to have this video up this morning, but I've been busy, so I haven't been able to get this video up. But that's my preview for this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, go Birds. Let's get this win against the Bengals. Improve to 5-2. And on to the next one. Fly Eagle Fly. I'm out of here. Peace.
That's all, folks.